So welcome back, everyone. We are live on Facebook, so I want to say hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. I guess I'm having an attack here.
Well, what are you having an attack of, Carol?
Sounds like some kind of a allergy thing. So anyway, we are live on Facebook. So you guys, I want you to go up onto Facebook, go to Networking Arizona, all spelled out, Networking Arizona, and watch us in here doing this show live right now, right through the radio. Oh my God.
Are we live?
We're live. And that's why earlier, I almost said, I don't remember what happened. We didn't have any music was coming on. I'm like, oh my God. What I love about this show is that it is live, right?
Well, who am I though?
Well, you're Doc. He's the owner of Hypnotic. We're sitting here talking, and I didn't even introduce him. All right, this is going to be a good show. Go ahead.
Fans out there, we always have a good time here. And same way when you come to my office, if you want to break a habit, an addiction, or maybe want to start a new habit, come on in and have some fun. We'll get it handled in a few sessions, and I tell you what, you will love it.
You know what, Doc? I appreciate you so much. You've been on my show for now 11 years, and I was just sitting here talking to you like it's like nothing. So Doc has obviously been on my show a long time, and he has helped so many people. What we were talking about when you want to start maybe your a different habit. We were talking about something one time, and that was about this man who was a gambler, and he came to you for help, and you thought that he was.
I thought he wanted me to help him get off gambling, and so I give him the book of that and the CD, and he come back a day later and he says, "Doc, I think you misunderstood me. I want to be a better gambler." So I said, "Okay, give me that book back." So I worked with him, and within a few weeks, they was paying his entrance fee to the contest. So the thing is you have to program your mind what you want it to be and what you want to do. I just worked with a client today, and a new client, and I asked him, "What do you want? What's your long-term goal?" And he said, "I don't know." Well, it's hard to take and start a vacation if you don't know where you're going. And it's hard to start being successful if you really don't want. And I told him, I says, "Don't worry. Within a few days, you're going to know exactly what you want. And you can change your mind as you go through it." But he didn't have an addiction to get rid of. He just had some anger issues, but we'll get rid of that in a few days. And he's going to be very happy on the direction he's going.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about you and what makes you different. First of all, you've been doing this for over 35 years in many different countries, and you have helped so many people. I think what makes you different, too, is that you truly want to teach people about what real hypnotherapy, we don't even like to call it that, but hypnosis is.
Yeah, it's the thing is you got a subconscious mind that really has a driving effect behind everything you do. You might want something consciously, but you never seem to achieve it because that subconscious mind says, no, you're not going to do it. So we get in there, we help you and we work with you, so all of a sudden you're the master of your mind. You're in control of your life. And you make it so much fun, so easy to be successful. I don't care if you're a golfer, shaving a couple strokes off your game. You're a football player. You're catching, you're running faster, you're doing a lot of different things, and you're not getting hurt. You're a basketball player, jumping a little bit higher. You're a wrestler, you're a boxer. Because I've done a lot of sports, and I know what it takes to be there. And I love to work with sports figures.
What about people who are workers? You know, just a salesperson.
Just the average Joe Blow out there. You know what? Joe the plumber, or however you want to call it. I work with a lot of them because I am kind of one of those guys. I used to be one of those guys. And I know what it is to work, and I know what it is to succeed and what it takes. Sometimes it only takes just a little bit to get over that apex or get over that hump that keeps you from being successful. Otherwise, what would it take to double your income? Most people say, "I don't want to work any harder." I says, "Don't. We're going to work smarter. We're going to do something different. But you're going to have fun if you want to work with me."
What you do, too, that's different is that you don't take anything away from anyone. Even if you're on heroin, he tells you not to stop.
That's it. If you're doing a drug or having an addiction out there, I don't take anything away from you because I don't want you to have a withdrawal symptom. You don't ever have to have a withdrawal symptom when you get off an addictive chemical or psychological addiction.
Some people spend an awful lot of money by going to those places where they have to spend X amount of days. But the thing is I heard somebody say something to me when I was talking to them about you, is that when you're in that environment, that environment you can be okay in because everything's taken away, and then you get out into the world again, and
Carol, that's a great point that I've never really brought out to people, because when they're in there, they're in that safe environment,
right,
and everything's positive to them. But all of a sudden, when they walk through that door, a reality world, their old world's there. So when I work with people, I explain that, and all of a sudden we reprogram the subconscious mind, so they're not trying to stay free of it. They all of a sudden don't want it. And smokers, I'll have them be right around another smoker, and all of a sudden they don't want to smoke. And it's just phenomenal when you change your mindset, how easy success becomes.
Now, you can call him and leave a message is what he likes, because he's on the air right now, so he's kind of busy.
What's that number?
It's 602-547-0446. It's Hypnotic, the number 1.com. Tell him you get a free consultation. It's a 16-minute
You get a free 1 hour or maybe an hour and 15-minute consultation. I sit down, listen to what your symptoms are. You're going to think them are your problems, but that's just symptoms. And I'm going to explain everything about my program, why people are so successful, and what's different between my program and everybody else's. I just don't use hypnosis. I use a lot of other different modalities. And the thing is, I work with you like a coach and a trainer, helping you overcome each and every one of your obstacles so much easier and quicker than ever before. You can't fail. The only way you can fail is stay home and do it your way. And why would you do that? Because you know that doesn't work.
Well,
so
you
come
won't let them. You will not let them fail.
No, you can't fail with me. The thing is, all you got to do is listen, learn, and move forward. And I tell you what, I love what I do, and I love to see people become successful.
Now, this is something that people literally start doing on their own.
Right. You know what? You don't have to be in my office every day. You're going to probably come in, 5 or 6 times. Because the first time, hey, I'm going to explain everything to you, make sure that you're off on the right track. And then the second time is probably an hour session. We're going to take and motivate you, because without motivation, you won't achieve anything. You won't do anything. So the key is knowing what to do, but being motivated to do it and believing in yourself. And that's what we're going to do.
602-547-0446. Give him a call, leave him a message, and tell him what's going on. Maybe it's you, maybe it's even someone that you know. It doesn't necessarily, we all know someone who's dealing with issues. Let him talk to them and find out what he can do to help.
Everybody has some kind of issue. Otherwise, everybody would like to make a little bit more money, or work a little bit less, or have more fun at work, or be a better sports person, be a better mom, dad,
Some people
kid.
Are just depressed these days.
And that's really too bad. Stop watching the TV. The old reruns of Barney, I know, is a lot of fun, but you know what? The thing is...
I want to watch Barney today when I get home.
I was meaning Barney 5 from Andy of Mayberry, but the thing is we can live through other people's life, or we can create our own new life of excitement and pleasure and moving forward.
And also, these are customized programs.
I customize each program for the person, and not. We start you on a kind of a general one for whatever you're in there for, but every time you come in, I customize it, because you're different. Everybody out there is different than the last person. I've had 45,000 plus people that I've worked with, and there's probably 45,000 different programs.
Let me ask you this. Does it matter how long somebody has been, let's say, smoking or on drugs?
No. They can be smoking a year or 50 years. And I'll show you. And the thing is most people have an excuse to keep doing it. I had one client, and I've got a video of him. You'll see when you come in. He smoked for 50 years, and he just knew it was going to be tough. And he tried the patch, the gum, the lozenges, and it didn't work. Tried Chantix, and that didn't work. And all of a sudden, I says, here's the book, here's the CD. Please do not try to quit. Do not try to cut back. And I'll see you next week. The following week when he come in, he didn't smoke any, and he didn't miss it any.
602-547-0446. Leave a message and tell him what's going on.
And you don't have to worry about weight gain, or don't have to worry about trading one addiction for another one like a lot of people do when they're on their own. They will trade in that smoking for food and start gaining weight. No, if you're overweight, we're going to take you a few pounds off. But we're going to put you in control of your life instead of being controlled by the past, people, places, things, or events.
Check them out. It's Hypnotic, the number 1.com. 602-547-0446.
Fun. What?
I'm sorry.
What?
I was just enjoying talking to you, and the show was on. So, okay. I want to talk about you
Okay.
when you... Okay.
Today's a good day.
It is.
And I tell you, we're on Facebook.
And so, okay, that's the other thing. We are live on Facebook right now, so I do want to talk about it a
So
little
you
bit.
see behind the scenes
But
of
that's
how
a
crazy
fun
it is.
part.
Yeah, it is fun. And that's what we have when you come in my office. I have fun with it. I take it very seriously, but the thing is, you got to have fun in your life.
You know what? I think what you do is you show people how easy it really can be.
It is.
And with something we haven't said, which we will have to say when we get back, is most people will say to you, first of all, you have to admit that most people say, this seems like it could be too easy to be true. And yet when they come in and they start working with you, the first thing they say is, I can't believe how easy it really is.
And I don't know why I didn't do it before.
Right, right. So when you work with people, would you say that there is anything that is easier or harder to work with, or does it really matter?
All they have to do is have an open mind and a direction they want to go to. Otherwise, tell me what they do want. They want to be free of an addiction, or they want to have more fun at the job, or they want to be better
Explain to people, too, how sometimes people, if you don't want something bad enough, you're just not going to do it.
That's called lack of motivation. So we motivate people. There's two reasons people fail at anything. First, you don't know how. Second, you don't want it bad enough. And that's why a lot of people don't come in and see to get off the drugs until they got a problem. I mean, a real problem. Otherwise, they get cancer, they got arrested, or whatever it is. Why don't we take care of it before that happens?
Right. And to me, I think that the most important thing is for people to realize that you're not just like any other hypnotherapist.
I'm not
out
like
there.
anybody else,
Well,
I've
you're
been
really
told.
not.
Because the thing is, I look at everything different than I was even taught with hypnosis. Hypnosis is a tool. It is not the only thing that I do. It's just a tool that I use to help people. Because I used to be a coach and a trainer when it come to karate. And I've had many different businesses. I had to teach and coach and train my employees so that they had fun at work. They made good money. Because it's more fun to go to work when you enjoy it.
Absolutely.
And the thing is if people are bored, that's because you're doing the same thing over and over again. When you work with me, I guarantee you can't be bored because you're changing all the time and you're having fun.
Welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Doc. He's the owner of Hypnotic One. And it's funny how we've been talking at the break of how much fun you love with what you do and how you teach people what real hypnosis is, but how they can do something much easier than they ever even thought. We even said before you came on that a lot of people say, oh, it sounds too easy to be true.
Too good to be true.
Right.
I've heard that so many times. And after I show them a few videos and I explain why my program's so much different than anybody else's out there, and they see the success, they most always enroll because it's simple, it's easy, but you don't know what you don't know. And most of your ideas are convoluted or they're just plain wrong. And when you come in, all of a sudden we teach you what you need to do and we make it fun, so you automatically, you're not giving up anything. You're all of a sudden achieving your freedom. You're achieving a better score. You're achieving having fun at work. You're achieving a better relationship. Wouldn't it be better to take and enjoy your spouse or enjoy your kids instead of fighting with them all the time? And same way with the kids. Wouldn't it be better if mom understood you? Wouldn't it be better if dad understood you? Wouldn't it be better if everybody understands you? So the thing is we make it so simple and so easy. It's like I tell any more people that it's like learning a new language, the language of winning, the language of success. So if you don't know that language, how would you ever expect to talk to everybody about it?
Well, it's a free 60-minute consultation.
How much does it cost? It's free.
It's free. And also the other thing that he does is he gives you that CD. He gives you that MP3 so that you go home and you're doing this yourself in your sleep. That's the other thing. It's in your sleep. 602-547-0446.
When people say, oh, I don't have time. Well, you know what? You're going to do 90% or more of the work in your sleep.
I have to say something to the audience out there. Right now, we're coming to the end of the year. The year went by so fast. And a lot of people, we have family members or someone that we know that are dealing with either drug issues or depression issues or whatever
I've been
it is.
getting so many calls about that lately.
So many. And I want to say this. This is my plea to the anyone that knows someone like that. Give Doc a call. I have seen you, what you've done. I've seen parents who call you and they love you for what you've done for them. They're family members. They cry. They are so thankful for what you've done for them.
Because I do a no-nonsense, layman's terms, just put it out there. I always start with common sense, asking the person what their problem is, what their goals are. And the thing is the common sense, which isn't taught anymore, and it's sad, but we use common sense. And all my programs are based around the common sense, good health, and reprogramming your mind to work for you instead of against you. Instead of, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. No, well, let's do it now. That's what your subconscious mind starts saying.
You
It
also
changes.
say a lot that some people will come in and they'll tell you what their problem is, but that's not necessarily their problem.
Smoking's not their problem. Being overweight's not their problem. That's a symptom. Let's go back and find out what the real problem is, that underlying problem, and all of a sudden when we get rid of it, the symptoms disappear on their own. They don't come back. And that thing sitting on top of your shoulders, as you're pointing to, Carol, that's your electrochemical, organic computer, and anybody's got one has got a virus in it, or it hasn't been programmed for success. It hasn't been programmed for pleasure. People that are overweight, oh, boy, they love that food. They love that food. And you ask them, what do you do for pleasure? Oh, I go out and eat. I go with this. You know what? If that's the only thing you're using food for is your pleasure, you're probably going to have a problem with it.
Well, you can call him and talk to him and leave a message. It's 602-547-0446. He's got a 98% success rate. He's going to give you a free 60-minute consultation that comes along with the MP3 and the paperwork that you're going to, everything that you do basically is mostly done in your sleep. It is a customized program to meet your needs.
Because everybody's different.
And he won't let you fail.
How can you fail when you got a coach and a trainer and a teammate with you all the time? You can call me. When you're a client of mine, you can call me 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Will I answer the phone at midnight? Probably not, but I might because I got some weird hours.
But you definitely will call him back,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
And
also,
when I said about the eating and the food, yes, don't be worried. You'll still enjoy your food, but maybe you'll just eat a little less of it.
And also you talk about this. This is a lifetime warranty.
That's it. You might call me in 5 years and say, Doc, you know what? Something happened. Uncle Joe died, and I was stressed out, and I started doing the old habit again. What's it cost me to come in? Nothing. Your tune-up is free. Get in here. Yep.
You're all about helping people. And
That's
also,
it.
we talked about this earlier with another client that was on here today. And we talked about change, and we talked about how people don't like to change.
It takes them out of their comfort zone. But think of this. Every time you've ever been successful, you had to change right before that. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you get the same result. Otherwise, you feel lonely. How many people have you met in your living room? Probably not very many. So we get you to be outgoing, positive. And maybe you've never been that way, but all of a sudden it becomes natural to you. So the thing is get rid of the fears. That fear, the word is an acronym standing for false expectations appearing real. People don't quit an addiction because they're afraid of the withdrawal. They're afraid of what they're going to do. They're afraid of the future. We change how you look at that. We just use common sense. And I sit and listen to you and help you reprogram your mind. Every time you come in and every night you listen to that CD, you're reprogramming your mind so that you are the master of your mind in control.
Can you basically help anybody with any issue?
You know what? I've been asked that before, and I will work with anything. So come in, you tell me your issues. And I even helped one man. He says his wife's wife snored and he couldn't sleep. I said, well, send her in. He says she won't come in. Well, gee, how can I help him? I come up with the idea that I put him in a trance, and I says, under hypnosis, I says, you're going to really love hearing your wife snore. It's going to be so relaxing, so pleasant. You'll just fall into a deep, restful, recuperative sleep.
You can call them. The number is 602-547-0446. Check them out. It's hypnotic1.com. It makes sense just to make the call, to find out. It's a free consultation.
Yeah.
You're going to find out what can he do to help you. That's all.
You know, it's kind of like having a television there and having a TV guide and being afraid to open it up and you can't find out what's on television. Open the book up, look in it, call me. Turn that telephone on and call me.
I'll tell you the other thing I was going to say is that a lot of people out there, they, we were saying this, women more than men tend to resonate with you for some reason. But let me tell you, man, I know a lot of men who have been seeing you, and they love it. They are so happy that they went. They're thankful that they've gone to you.
Because a lot of men want to do it their way. And all of a sudden, I don't force them to do anything, but under hypnosis, all of a sudden they want to do it. I don't force them to do anything. I don't take anything away from them, but all of a sudden they're looking to what they do want and how to get it.
I want to talk about how when somebody comes in, and you've helped so many people, and that's why I know all these things. When you have, let's say your client comes in with their son or daughter or their husband or the wife, the next thing is the whole family starts coming because they want to feel better. They see it and they love it and they're so excited for them. They want it too.
One lady told another lady, her husband's secretary, come in see me for smoking. And she really didn't want to quit, but she did in just 5 days. And the thing is, then the lady that turned her on to me, she took and come in and sent her husband in and her 3 kids in. So the thing is, you can usually help everybody be a little bit better than you are now. So you got some bad habits or you got some things that are nagging, you're not getting things done. Look around your house. Is it nice and orderly? Does it need dusted? Imagine automatically getting your husband to dust for you and vacuum the car. Yeah, you're putting that suggestion in their mind. But really, all of a sudden, you organize your life. Wouldn't your life be so much better if you knew the solutions to every one of your situations? Because you don't have any problems. You only have situations you haven't solved. And we help you solve that situation.
I think a lot of people, especially the last couple of years, and this year just flew by, and time does fly by. This is another thing I want to say. Don't waste your time. We all have 24 hours in a day, but it's what you do with it. And if you want to make a difference in your life right now, you will be so happy that you called Doc and just left that message and told them exactly what's going on. It's 602-547-0446. Call them and leave a message.
And I really need to reach out to some other hypnotists out there. I want to reach out to a couple of hypnotists that would like to learn the right way, would like to come in and work with me because I'm getting swamped. I am so busy right now. But you're going to have to learn the right way. I really want to be a hypnotist, come in first, because I'm not going to teach you hypnosis, but I'll teach you the right way to do it. I'll teach you the Doc way. And I tell you what, you'll be successful too.
Leave that message. Busy. Tell them what's going on. Maybe you're a hypnotherapist right now yourself. Learn the right way by calling Doc at 602-547-0446. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone that you know. He has a 98% success rate. He's going to give you a free 1 hour free consultation. It comes along with a CD that you're going to get. Take that home. You're going to be doing this in your sleep. It's a customized program to meet your needs. He won't let you fail, and it's a lifetime warranty. Call him at 602-547-0446.
And here's one thing we haven't talked about in a long time is companies that hire me to work with their employees. So their employees are feeling good at work.
They're
getting things done. and they're happy. They're getting rid of their smoking or anything else, but they're happy.
And they're making better sales. That's a
it.
big thing, too. It's a wonderful thing to do. Call them at 602-547-0446.